morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicola Richardson, the owner of Pink Vintage Jewellery, and today I want to solve the issue of my bangle making workshop. So a couple of months ago I bought these bangle dies. I will just show you. That is one. I got them from Cookson Gold, and as you can see it's got a lovely little wavy pattern on. And then I got this one as well, which has got a different kind of a detail, and I don't know if you can see that, but I want to offer bangle making classes as part of my workshop for 2026. But obviously working out the wire length that you need for a bangle like that when it's not exactly just plain round is a bit tricky. So that's my plan for today. I've googled this question and I couldn't find the answers that I need. So when I come across something that I can't find the answer, I always think, right, I'll do a YouTube video about this because it'll save somebody else some time in the long run. If you don't know me, my name's Nicola Richardson. I own Pink Vintage Jewellery, a brand that I started 9 years ago, firstly selling on Etsy, and now have my own website and a permanent jewellery business in the centre of York. So I started doing classes at the end of last year, 25, and I've been doing more and more classes this year. I don't currently have my own studio, although that is something I am wishing for, fingers crossed. One day I will have my own place, because one of the downsides of running classes in the local village hall is equipment. Obviously jewellery making equipment is really heavy, and I'm having to cart it in and out for classes. So if I could have my own studio, it would make my life a lot better. Anyway, so the problem I'm faced with today is I want to offer a bangle making class for customers. I want to make some prototypes today in different sizes for them to try on at the beginning of a class, so we can work out how much metal they need for their bangle. Now, with the cost of silver, I've decided to make these prototypes in copper and brass. So I've just ordered these, they've just arrived yesterday, and I'm just going to make some prototypes, working out what size metal you need for these bangle dies. Now, Kerno Craft did have a really good article, and they suggested using 23 centimetres, but I don't know if that's going to come as a small, medium and large. So I'm just going to go and make one for 23 centimetres on both designs, measure the diameter, and then I can work out then how many more other sizes that I need, because I'd like to offer a full range. I'd like to people to be able to try on a small, medium and large, so they can work out what bangle they want to make on the day. So that's my plan for today, so let's get cracking. The next video will be in my garage. It's a lot darker than this video. I run my business from home. I do all my clean jewellery here in the dining room. I do all my soldering in the garage, so it will be a little bit darker, just to warn you. So I've just done the 2 copper bangles, and you can see the solder really obvious, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's just a prototype. This is just for sizing. It was I learned something then, soldering copper, definitely different to soldering silver, and I'll be able to take that knowledge with me to my class to make it a little bit easier for my students. So the plan is now to put this on a bangle mandrel. I've got a round one. It's at my husband's workshop though, so I'm going to have to go pick it up. We'll make it round before we then pop it into the dies. So welcome back. I have just had a little break for lunch. I've just been to Boston Spa for a cheeky lunch with my husband, and I collected the bangle mandrel. If you're thinking, what the hell is this? So I don't have room for this in the garage at home, so it lives in my husband's workshop. So these are the copper bangles I have just made. So we're going to bob them on here, and we're going to make them really round. Basically, you cannot use the bangle die until you've got really round bangles. So just with a a mallet, I'm going to tap that and get it as round as I possibly can. You can see, that's looking great. So I'm back in the garage. These are the bangles that we've just made. Just ignore the silver solder. So this is what the inside of the die looks like. You've got this lovely scalloped pattern. Now these are little spacers, but unfortunately even the biggest spacer is too small for this 23cm wire. So we're going to take that out because I don't think there's any point having it really if it's too small. And then the lid, you just got to match this notch up here with that notch there while maintaining that the wire is in there. That's it. So there is two ways to do this. You can either do it with a £2 hammer. This is my husband's hammer. It's probably about 30 years old at least. You can either do it with this, or what I like to do is actually press this in a vise, but I'm in the garage now, I don't have a vise, and I want to do this in the village hall, so I'm going to try and do it with a hammer just to see how easy it is. It's going to be really, really noisy, I will just warn you. Yeah, it's going to be quite noisy, so be careful. Right, let's have a look. I'm not sure if that's taken. It's the first time I've done it this way, but we'll have a check. Oh wow, that is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I'm really, really pleased with how that looks. So I think this is a class you could definitely do. You don't need the vise. It can work with a £2 hammer really well. So I'm thinking that is probably a medium. My hands are medium when I wear my gloves at work. I'm also a nurse. I need medium gloves. It's probably a little medium large, I would say. Actually, I could make it smaller for myself, definitely. But one thing I have learned is this can't be any more than 23cm. You saw how it was. It's on the edge, isn't it? So yeah, we can't do any bigger bangles, fancy bangles with the scalloped edges. So now I will do the other bangle with the wavy one, and I'll show you the end result. So these are the ones that I've just made. These are the 23cm. That's the wavy copper, and that's a nice little scalloped copper. What I've also done is made two out of brass. These are 22cm, and that's a better fit for me for sure. And I reckon I'm going to make some 21cm. I'm going to make some more in the brass at 21 because I think my daughter's going to love them, and I think she's going to want to pinch it from me. So I'm really, really pleased with how they look. And the best thing about these is if a customer wants to make them in sterling silver, it's under the hallmark limit, so there is no issue in regards to hallmarking. But I think that's going to be a lovely class, and I'm really, really happy with how they've soldered. That's great. So I hope this video has helped you decide what size you need for your classes, or for you if you want to make one for yourself. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.